Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. As-Sayyidina Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam. الملقب عن المسمى في كسرات الكتاب الأصولية الشيعة والسني بأبي عبد الله عليه الصلاة والسلام. يقول أبي عبد الله عليه الصلاة والسلام إمام العلم والدرجات والبركات قال إن صاحب الدين فكر. Obviously he's talking about the contemplation. Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam is to point out the matter and the importance of contemplation. Is more than it's just not the talk of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. It's just not the talk of Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam, but also Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam trying to interpret, translate, evaluate that the contemplation comes more than 60 times in the Quran. In the Quran, more than 6 times mentioned. أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ أَمْ عَلَى قُلُوبٍ أَقْفَالُهَا. This verse is most point out to this the people who is not really obeying Allah and Prophet Muhammad and his household. He said, "Qul ati'u Allah wa ati'u ar-Rasul wa ulil amri minkum." Well, by that you will first using the source of contemplation. We are as a human, we are as a slave of God, must function, and must first, before we proceed in the second stage, we must function the role of contemplation, the role of thinking. Because by thinking you will understand, you will reason in yourself how you've been created, what the reason of created, why so much the scientific philosophy and theology and logical rationale going on within our world and with our own understanding and reflection. And the other verse of Quran said, أَوَلَمْ يَتَفَكَّرُوا فِي أَنفُسِهِمْ. Why the people is not thinking? The people who turn away from Allah and His household and turn away from all the commandment and obligation Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala what has been told, they are not rejecting it. The thing is because not contemplating, they are not thinking, they are shallow minded, superficially there goes everything. Where today? Why? Because today is most of the money is material life, payable, all the colorful things taken away the thinking from us, the pondering from us, the reflection from us. We don't have time. We're not investing time into contemplation rather than doing something fanciness. Using our time in the fantasy world, enjoying our life most of the time because of our sensual desire, taking out this opportunity. That's why we turn away from God. Well, even today we have 3 types of people. One, the people who are directly talking. We've got 3 types of sectarianism. One type of sectarianism, the people really who's clearly understanding and associating themselves within the society in such a unique way. What is the unique way? In a unique way of Quranic way. That the Quran tells us. Oh mankind, I created you in a different races and a different gender in order to understand each other, in order to come into conclusion of knowing my might, of knowing my power. لَتَعَارَفُوا, in order to know and say, surely how? إِنَّ أَكْرَمَكُمْ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ أَتْقَاكُمْ. Among of you are choosing the better people, best people, those who is really contemplate himself within the compilation fear of Allah and observe Allah in the whole of his life. يقول سيدنا الإمام صادق عليه الصلاة والسلام إن صاحب الدين إن صاحب الدين surely the صاحب الدين فكر. The people who's really the religious person, the people who's really thinking, they are the true slave of God, always thinking and contemplating. فعلته السكينة. After contemplation, they have got such a peaceful mind. They will be relaxed. They have no worry and anxiety. Do you know where today's anxiety, worried, and stress come from? Comes from when you're not believing. We're not really a true believer. Because everything we are faced, it comes from Allah. So we shouldn't be worried. Allah knows the best. Whatever we're thinking is bad for us, you never know it might be good for you. And whatever we're thinking is might be good for us, you never know it might be bad for us. You never know what's going on in this world. It's hard to serve. It's hard to evaluate, to observe beyond. We are not in the position to understand. Just God understands what's good for us. Therefore, the contemplation is the key for every single person to reflect upon the self and achieve. إن صاحب الدين فكر فعلته السكينة. So how better for us to contemplate and think about ourselves. Why? Because once the contemplation comes, you will understand how the people today who didn't contemplate him, didn't think about themselves, they are led to in a stray way. They are misguided. They are misled by their leader. They are misled by the society, by the fantasy world, the world which is completely turned to a disaster. The world completely turned into sort of a different racial and different argument, sort of this different disputing, because people thinking they are better than another. They are not accepting one, and they're over disputing against one another. They are not accepting other people because they are thinking they have got good enough. They've done some enough. Or think this country is better than another country. And they start claiming superiority. But the Quran says superiority is not matter. The only matter is to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your life. So by contemplation and by pondering and reflecting upon yourself, you will understand yourself and you understand why you're living here. As Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, تفكر الساعة خير من 70 سنة عبادة. 1 saat contemplation, 1 hour contemplation is better than 70 years praying.